I mean, I can't believe the way that I was treated so badly. I did not ask to be removed from my position in preaching and teaching at Bear Creek Church. I was treated very rudely by the elders who barred me from the platform. They turned my microphone off. Everywhere my name appeared on the website, they changed it to capital D, asterisk, 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 capital M, asterisk, 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 asterisk. I mean, I can't believe the way that I was treated so badly. And I believe it was all a conspiracy led by Brian Phelps to take my job. Isn't that right?
Yes, that's exactly right. That was my plan.
I joke. I jest. I'm kidding, of course. That's not the way it happened at all. In fact, I expected to preach at BCC until my cold, dead hands were pried from the
Music stand?
the music stand. What is that thing that we?
It's a pulpit.
It's not a pulpit. It's a lectern.
Okay.
It's like a lectern.
Yeah.
I expected to preach forever, and the Lord had other plans. I was diagnosed months back with ALS, and Pastor Brian has stepped into that role, and I'm really encouraged by it, and actually why I wanted to do this video today. PB, why don't you tell everyone, most people are very well familiar with you, but others may not. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
I was born here in Medford. Fred and Carol Phelps, who began Evangel family bookstores in the 70s, and so I was raised, actually used to have a downtown Medford location, and we lived up above the store. So down below I had access to an entire library, anything that I wanted to read, and I think my love for theology really began there. The ministry of R.C. Sproul really changed my thinking, and met my wife Jennifer at Evangel, and we have 2 daughters, Devin and Brenna, and actually 3 daughters, Lindsay, who's with the Lord, and
how do you think the Lord has prepared you? But you mentioned the bookstore and your exposure to great teaching. In other ways, has the Lord prepared you for this role in pastoring and preaching, teaching?
Yeah. Actually, I met you at Evangel.
Yes.
How many years ago was that? 20-some?
84 years ago.
Yeah, you came into Evangel, and Jen and I were looking for a church at the time, and connected with you, I thought.
I played hard to get.
Yeah, I actually asked, I think twice, where is Bear Creek Church, and what time? And he looked at me and said, "You don't want to come to our church." And then he walked out. I'm like, oh. But I tracked him down, and immediately we fell in love with the church. And I think the Lord's really prepared me through your ministry. I think that's a real gifting of the Lord in your life. I think of the various missionaries that you've spotted and encouraged. Sam is a great example. And the Lord used you to encourage me to teach, because I like to read and I like to think, but you encouraged me to teach and gave me opportunities and challenged me to preach, which eventually I said yes to, and recognized in the midst of my first sermon that, hey, I really like this. So,
like all of the elders at our church, your faith has been refined by fire, by great challenges. You and Jennifer, through the very early loss of her parents, through the loss of your daughter Lindsay, through Jennifer's battles with cancer. How has all of that heartache informed your preaching?
Well,
and your thinking?
Yeah. We were growing in our love for Reformed theology and the sovereignty of God in all things, and I think that really put us in. We were placed in a position of, do we really trust the Lord? Do we really think He is at work and purposeful in all of these things? And and then really our love for the church grew as we were recipients of your love and the church's love and care for us through some really challenging times.
I began by joking that I'd been pushed out, when in fact, I'm really encouraged by the way things have developed. Had they not developed in this way, Brian wouldn't be in this role. And now that he is, I look at it this way. I feel like that one of the very best things to come from my 30 plus years of ministry is his new role of preaching and teaching. Because Brian is an excellent expositor. His sermons have 2 and 3 times the heft, the theological heft of my messages. So I'm really enthusiastic about his role. I commend our church to all those of you or your friends who aren't committed to a local church. But you got to be committed to a local church. And if you're not, consider Bear Creek, because the teaching that you will hear at BCC now will prepare you for all the ups and downs of life and for those giant challenges which inevitably will come, thanks to what the Lord has done in the leadership at BCC through our elders and deacons and the people of BCC, and now especially Pastor Brian.